Well, hello, beautiful beings. Melissa Moon here from Moon Healing Studio, revitalizing, transforming the cells of humanity. I want to talk about tension. You know, we feel tension in the world, we feel tension in our body, but how does tension lead to disability? So let's play a little game. Play along with me if it's safe to do so. Let's make a fist. Hold that fist. Hold it nice and tight. We'll hold it for a little while, just as I talk and move forward. So when we're holding consciously right now our fists like this, we're creating tension. This is a conscious act that's creating tension in the arm. You're going to be feeling it in your hand. Maybe over time you'll feel a burning sensation. Might be a little achy. Might just start to feel uncomfortable, right? You know, we're going to hold this for a few minutes. So as we hold this tension and create this tension in the body, we are what? We're using energy. It is energy draining to hold a fist like this. So first and foremost, chronic muscle tension, it uses energy, vital energy that we could be using for other things in our lives, for healing in the body, for being able to have the energy to tackle the project that you have just been meaning to do, but maybe you're just like, I don't have the energy for that. Another thing that happens with chronic tension building and muscle tension in the body is this thing called internal tissue ischemia. And it really means it's a decreasing of vital blood flow and oxygen to the cells for metabolism. And if that's happening, then you start to retain metabolites. And when we retain metabolites in the body, if you can't get the waste out so that the nutrition can come back in, so if that process isn't actually turning over in a proper way, you are going to start to not feel good. And it's going to create inflammation. So this chronic tension, how's this going? Is everyone still with me? I know my hand's starting to kind of hurt, and I'm pretty fit in my arms, but you know, I can start feeling, I'm feeling it, you know? So if you're feeling it, you're welcome just to let it go. Oh, how nice is it just to like consciously let that go, right? Like dropping the tension. Oh. But in your body, as your biography continues to build over a timeline, we have ups and downs in life. And these ups and downs, if we don't know how to deal with the parts that dip us down, the tension that builds, the stress in life, if we don't know how to deal with it at that specific moment, I mean, thank God for our nervous system. It takes it and it puts it away. It stores it like a bank for later. The only unfortunate thing is when we continue to store over years and years and not actually address the tension that's being put in our body, it creates this chronic muscle tension. And the chronic muscle tension can be felt in pain, but it also can be anesthetized. So we might not even realize we're in pain anymore just because the body is so good at dealing with it. So going back to how chronic tension can lead to disability. When we have the tissue ischemia, when we're using that vital energy and we're retaining metabolites, it all filters into inflammation. And when our body is in chronic states of inflammation, this has been shown to be a root cause when it comes to pain, when it comes to symptoms in the body, when it comes to health conditions and health concerns. All of these things are filtering into inflammation. And when we're in inflammation, fibrosis starts to happen in the muscles, in the system, in the spine, in the body. Can't move that great. You've got limited muscle elongation, restricted joint movements. There's tendon function issues and fascia shortening issues. All things that really start to feed and dump into functional disability. You know, think about where you've been throughout your life and the things that you've had to endure. And like, have you been able to deal with them? Have you been able to like drop that tension out of your body? And what does that even mean? You know, to have the skill set to be able to do that. is like a whole other process to learn. And so here in my studio, through in training with integral neurology, when we make light contacts on the skin, over the spinal cord, in the neck, down low in the sacrum, we are accessing the ease in your body. And so there's no value, I take that back. There's more value in going into finding that ease and pumping that ease up. And when we connect with breath and focus and intention, where it is that we find safety in our nervous system, then we just give permission for our body to say, hey, let's just let some of this tension go. And over a period of time, we start to retrain the nervous system so that when you are out in life, you have the opportunity to drop your tension, or you have the opportunity to identify like, wow, this thing is showing up in my life, and wow, it's showing up in my body, and oh, I can feel it like building in my knees. I can feel it building in my hips. I can feel it building in my neck. Great. I have the skill set. I have the toolbox to be able to access my ease, find safety in that, and really be able to drop tension so that we don't continue to feed into this chronic muscle tension, which feeds into chronic inflammation, which feeds into just a chronic sympathetic wind-up that just continues to feed itself. So for a moment in time, when you get in the office, when you get on the table, we get an opportunity to interrupt that process and get you out of fight or flight and find more rest and relaxation and recuperation and ease. Because we all build tension in our bodies, and I don't think we can avoid that. But the reality is that when we start to realize how much tension that we are holding, and then when we are able to find that ease and find the opportunity to be softer and more graceful inside, you just want more of it. And it's such a beautiful and powerful thing.